going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you yet another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This one is going to be against Pibbette. I'm not sure if this person is a boy or a girl. I know the character's a girl, but I mean that doesn't really mean much nowadays. You're a boy until proven otherwise. But anyways, I'm trying to use lesser used Pokemon. So you can see I have the Machamp on my team. I don't really see anybody using Machamp, and I think it's quite good at the moment. Azumarill does wall the shit out of it though, so maybe not. But I also have the Ampharos on my team, and Ampharos has been putting in all kinds of work. So you guys are going to see that she doesn't really have much to prevent me from setting up my hazards. So I think this is the perfect opportunity to send out Brocasso, even though it's a female Smeargle. Don't ask. She sends out the Mamoswine and goes straight for the Ice Shard. The only reason I can think of to go for Ice Shard over Earthquake is if you have an adamant nature. So I think she might be adamant, but either way, I end up going for the Spore, putting that thing to sleep, and like I said, she doesn't have anything to get rid of my hazards, and that's actually what I meant to say in the beginning of this video. Not to prevent my hazards, but to get rid of my hazards once I set them up. So you guys are going to see she stays asleep for 2 turns, which is going to allow me to get up both of my hazards, both my Stealth Rocks and my Sticky Web. And the reason I have Sticky Web on this team, and the reason I wanted Sticky Web on this team, is because of the Mega Ampharos that I have. Mega Ampharos is incredibly slow, so I want to be able to outspeed things after I Mega Evolve. So she's gonna actually switch out. I was surprised because I'm pretty sure she would have woken up on that 3rd turn. She's gonna switch out to her Mawile, which is obviously very, very bad. But the only reason it's bad is because I also switched out. I switched out to my Machamp, thinking that she was gonna go for the Ice Shard, waking up on that turn, so I'd be able to, you know, bring in my Machamp, take the Ice Shard, and then hit him with a Dynamic Punch. But she brings in the Mawile. Obviously, there's no way I'm gonna risk this. I could have gone for the Dynamic Punch, trying to confuse her, trying to make it so that she couldn't, you know, attack me that turn, but that was way too risky because if she breaks through the confusion, my Kimbo is gonna die, especially since she went for the play rough, and that would have been all bad. So I just let my Brocasso die. There's nothing else he can do. He set up the hazards, his job is done, and he put something to sleep too, so he did a great job. So I'm gonna go out to my Garchomp. I'm gonna go straight for the Earthquake. She does have the Rotom, but I was definitely not about to play with this threat. I don't play with any threats. If I see a threat on the field, I'm going to attack it. My boy PK taught me that a long time ago. So I went straight for the Earthquake, even though the switch to the Rotom was pretty obvious, I guess. But like I said, there's no way that I'm going to allow my bad prediction or wrong prediction to bite me in the ass like that. So I went straight for the Earthquake. Now I'm going to go out to my Garnier Fructis. Garnier, I'm not saying it, I don't care. But she goes straight for the Hydro Pump, and that did a ton of damage. But it's not even really a big deal. And the reason it's not a big deal is because I'm going to Mega Evolve right now, and I'm not gonna go for the Thunderbolt because she does have a lot of ground types. So I decided to go for the weaker Dragon Pulse, but it didn't really matter anyway. Dragon Pulse would still be a 2-hit KO on the Rotom regardless. So I Mega Evolve, and I'm gonna hit this thing with a very, very, very strong. Very, very strong Dragon Pulse, and you guys are gonna see it does all kinds of damage. Bitch!
Get hit with all of that!
I had to bring it back because that Dragon Pulse was way too powerful. It almost took out the Gliscor after Stealth Rocks. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna switch out because I don't want to die. You know, Gliscor being faster than Ampharos would be bad, but he actually switches in his Mega Mawile. Now the reason that was not very smart is because his Gliscor is going to die next turn. There's nothing he can do about that. My Stealth Rock Shrub is going to do 12% to him when he switches back in. His Gliscor is dead upon switching, so he should not have switched out there. He should have at least protected. But thinking that he would stay in, I actually sent out my Gengar here to go for the substitute because I didn't think that his Gliscor would be able to touch my Gengar too much. But it actually turns out that he switched into his Mawile. Maybe he was just predicting another Dragon Pulse, but either way, it doesn't really make sense for him to switch out when he's going to die when he comes back in. But anyways, I go for the substitute as he goes for the Sucker Punch, and then I go for the Shadow Ball as he goes for the Sucker Punch again, and he breaks my sub. Now here he makes a pretty questionable move, but a good move nonetheless. It was really risky on his part. He goes for the taunt as I go for the substitute, so now I can't make any more substitutes. I'm forced to attack him, but he switches out to his Exploud, predicting the Shadow Ball. So what I was thinking he was going to do was he was going to bank on a miss, or maybe bank on him being able to live one of my attacks, and then he'd be able to hit me with a scrappy Boom Burst. Now Boom Burst goes through substitutes because it's a sound move, so I'm thinking that was his plan, but it didn't really work out because I killed him with a Focus Blast, but it was good thinking, definitely. I also don't think that he should have allowed his Exploud to die like that. I think he should have just stayed in with his Mawile. He let me cause all that damage to his Mawile only to switch out and let another Pokemon die. So I am just weakening this man's Pokemon like no other. It's ridiculous the amount of damage I'm doing to his Pokemon with only a couple of my Pokemon. So I don't think that he's making the best decisions here. I mean, they're not bad plays, but he can definitely make better ones. That's my point. Now here, I just went for the Shadow Ball because I didn't want to miss the Focus Blast. I just wanted to get some, some solid damage on this thing. So I went for the Shadow Ball instead of Focus Blast, and then I'm going to switch into my Azumarill, and then go for the Aqua Jet on the next turn. I thought he might have predicted this, but he didn't, which is good for me, of course. He just wanted to take out my Gengar, so, I'm saving my Gengar for later. So here I'm just going to go straight for the Aqua Jet, even though he does have this Rotom. I did not want to risk him, doing too much damage to my Azumarill by going for, the Play Rough or the Waterfall, predicting the switch. So I just allowed him to, switch into his Rotom safely. Just because, like I said, he's switching out his Pokemon even though they're going to die upon switching. So he has a Gliscor that's going to die when it comes back in. He has a Mamoswine that's going to die when it comes back in. His Mawile is very, very, very low. So he pretty much only has like 2 Pokemon left, because 2 of them are going to die when they come in, and then the other one is like any hit will kill it when it comes in. So I'm not really too worried about too much here. He goes for the Thunderbolt on my Ampharos, and it doesn't do much at all. I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt this time, expecting him to bring in this Mawile, because his two of his ground types are going to die upon switching in. So the only one left is his Garchomp, and I didn't think he'd switch his Garchomp in just in case I went for the Dragon Pulse. So I went straight for the Thunderbolt. Didn't think there was any problem there. But speaking of the Garchomp, oh my gosh, this was the most questionable play of the entire battle. By far. By far. So I wasn't sure if his Garchomp would be faster than me after the Sticky Web, but it definitely was. But the weird thing was, he didn't even go for Earthquake or Dragon Claw or Outrage. He went for Rock Tomb, and I live that because Mega Ampharos is extremely bulky, and I'm going to be able to take this thing out with a Dragon Pulse. I don't know. First of all, I don't know why he has Rock Tomb on his Garchomp. I like how I started off calling her a she, but now he's a he. But anyways, I don't understand why you have Rock Tomb on your Garchomp, Pibbette. Not only were there many, many other better options that you could have gone for in that same situation, but Rock Tomb is not a good move on Garchomp at all. If anything, use Rock Slide or Stone Edge. Rock Tomb, I'm not sure about that. I don't know. But that seemed to be the only questionable attacking move that this person went for. Everything else seemed great. I mean, of course, decisions could have been made better, but the team looked really good on paper anyway, so I'm not quite sure what happened. It kind of went downhill from that point, from the point of Pibbette using Rock Tomb instead of Earthquake or a Dragon move. But anyways, I'm going to go out to my Gengar, and I'm going to be able to take out the Rotom with a Life Orb Sludge Bomb. And I was actually surprised that it killed. I didn't expect it to kill. But that is going to be the battle. Thank you guys for watching. Pibbette, take Rock Tomb off your Garchomp immediately. And yeah, you should be fine. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'm out of here. I'm going to upload another battle tomorrow. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys later. Bye!